Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your sales process. So once you get a lead in, get connected with them. Are you going out on site? Are you doing a first initial phone consultation? Kind of what's the full sales process look like to get them all the way into design and ultimately into construction?
Yeah, so our design is a 54-step process to begin with. At 54 might scare a lot of people, but it's because on JobTread, we've been able to build out our schedule and template that we follow as we go. And is very detailed to the point where when we do add our designers on board, they're able to track where they are over time in terms of design. But in terms of sales, our sales management is streamlined. We use a little bit of AI and we use a little bit of human interaction. And the reason being is when we get a lead in for the first time, let's just say it's through our website, right? When we go through the website, put in the information on the website alone, your contact form is the most important form on your website. The more information you can spit out for a client to fill out for you, the better you get understanding of what they're asking. Only because a typical contactor's form would be your name, phone number, email, and the description. That's not enough. What we do is on our contact form, it is a pre-qualification um form you fill out that gives us an idea whether we are a good fit or not. So when by the time we reach out to you, we already have an idea from a budget standpoint to timeline to what are you looking for to if you're even a good fit to begin with. So when we do reach out to our clients, we already have a pre-qualified method before even going to a much deeper conversation. And by the time we pre-qualified them on the phone, we're straight up just asking folks or telling folks, hey, this is where we are with pricing. If that fits, we're happy to move to the next stage. If not, we can refer you to the next person. And that alone helps a lot of people just have the courtesy of declining or accepting our invitation next. And the reason is because if we're not a good fit, it automatically helps us not waste your time or vice versa. But ultimately, when you do fill out that form and you put in that request, we already know that you are ready to kind of go forward and we go from there. The next step from there, after doing the pre-qualification is we do a site visit, which is for free. We don't charge from site visits. On the site visits, there are two things we're really trying to knock out. One, to understand the project, have an eye to the project, of course. But two, most importantly, understand and body language. So I study a lot on sales. I've studied, you can name it Jim Ron, you can say Dan Kennedy, you name it, the greats in sales. And body language is probably one of the best ways to learn about your clients. And so with body languages, we're learning about how our clients are reacting to certain things when we talk about. So sometimes it's just price it, and it's like you can tell from the body language is not the right fit right away. So, and the reason why we do that, or the reason why we study that part, is because right after we do a site visit, we're going straight into what we do a presentation. So we don't send quotes over the phone or text or emails. We're actually doing a presentation to our clients. And the reason is because our ticket items are pretty high. And so for tickets that high is for a certain caliber of people who value their time and value effort. And so we go beyond that effort of presenting to them. And that helps at least put us in a different bracket when they meet us in person. And then right after presenting those design proposals, we actually create the proposal by doing rendering. So I'm the guy who's doing the design sometimes. I do have my draftsman who does that as well. But we team up and work together and kind of brainstorm more some good ideas to come about. And when right after we do that, we present it to the client and they do accept it, we go into a design agreement. And like I said, the design can take anywhere between 3 to 6 months. Right after this design is completed, We go hunting, finding some, we go find some bids and hopefully those fit into our proposal. And then from there, we go into build.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's you've really got it dialed in. I mean, with the 54-point step process for design, kind of getting them, through. It sounds like you really are making sure that, everything that, every detail is it's kind of figured out and flushed out on the front end. So, sounds like your goal is hopefully to not have to use change orders and things like that.
Yeah. So that's what we pride on those are our offers where we talk with our clients is we guarantee no change orders. And we guarantee that the price of our materials that we buy there are no markups on it. So no change orders, no markups on materials. You get the price of what you pay for on those
Wow.
materials.
And that's pretty awesome. I want to hire you alone for those guarantees right there. That's very rare, George. I mean, how did you? I mean, I got to believe that's like a really nice, like, selling, selling value add there. Like, I can't say I've ever heard another contractor actually kind of guarantees no change orders or markups on material.
Yeah. So the reason why we stand behind those two things is because of the design. Design is so critical that if we skip design process or the design phase, I can almost guarantee a change order. The reason being is what I consider it to be is I have 3 months to figure it out. Right. So if I'm giving any project and like right now we're doing a project with, the state, and it's a private project, like we can't discuss about it. And when I approached them, I had mentioned, hey, we need design. And they said, why do we need a design? I said, so I can guarantee you no change order. And the reason I'm guaranteeing that is because I am taking my time to really price things out for you. And when I'm pricing things out, you might have a 30 or 60-day period to have those quotes or, estimates to be valid. And so if I'm able to get some pricing around for whatever we're doing, I'm guaranteeing that there's no changes, one. And then two, I'm doing my takeoff ahead of time, knowing that I know what the project is going to be. And I know that once we're done with the design, you would have a full-blown drawing that is up to date with accurate pricing. And that if you only feel comfortable, you can let someone else bid the project, and hopefully you get to see why our process is a valuable process.